Hey everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So today we are closing out our samplings of the Gladora Pesse Canoe line with the Latakia Flake 40. Now, we've tried the Oriental Flake, we've tried the Latakia Flake 20, which means that there was 20% Latakia in there. Now we're doing the Latakia Flake 40, which is 40%. And let me read to you a little bit about the blend. It says, Latakia 40 Flake by Gladora Tobacco, marketed in Turkey as YD50, is a modernized reiteration of the famous discontinued mixture Yaladash, a staple of Turkish pipe smokers from the 1950s to 2000s. This blend made its entirely of tobaccos grown in Turkey, predominantly Orientals from the Bitlis and Yaladash, Virginia from Adıyaman, and also Latakia produced in Turkey from the Aegean Izmir strain. Flavorings include plum and dark fruits. Under the Pesse Canoe brand, the blend is sold in Japan, Indonesia, India, Malaysia, China. It says that it was currently unavailable in Western markets, but of course Ladisi is now bringing that in, and it is available. It's considered to be a Balkan blend, although I disagree. You know, it says that the toppings are a fruit or citrus, plum, and something else. It comes in 50-gram tins. It is a flake. And it's a really nice flake, by the way. It really is put together well.
The other one was too. All these flakes,
all of them were pretty good.
Yeah, all of them, when it comes to the quality of the flake, was really nice.
Yeah, the strength on this is medium. The taste on this is full. And so we'll talk about this one now and kind of get you our thoughts about this. So I was kind of disappointed with the Pesse Canoe Oriental Flake because it just had too much topping on it, and all I felt like it was an
aromatic.
Yeah, it was an aromatic. That's all it felt like. The Latakia 20 also had some topping on it that to me made it kind of an American English or an aromatic English.
Okay.
And so it was okay. But it wasn't just, you know, a really true representation of what these Turkish tobaccos can do because there was too much topping on it. So let's give this Latakia Flake 40 a shot and see what we think. So let's start with the tin note.
So this one was my favorite smell-wise out of the two Latakias. It's got that English smell. Most of you guys know even you and I were talking earlier, I am almost gotten to a point where I'm exclusively Virginia and Vapor, maybe a couple Virginia Burley blends, things like that. I'm really laying off Latakia a lot. Most of it right now is because it's summer, it's hot, and Latakia to me feels heavy. So a blend that says it has 40% Latakia in it, I was expecting a rough smoke.
Yeah, a lat bomb.
for me. This one smells nice. It smells a whole lot more like a campfire than it does like a smoked lat bomb. Like I can picture pirate cake or things like that were huge Latakia bonuses. The other thing is there is some tanginess to it. A little bit of that vinegary smell coming through. The plums are coming through as well, some sweetness. I was enjoying that smell, and I have to say, when we get to the taste, you guys are going to know what I'm talking about.
So you're saying that you get some of the Virginias are coming through. The red Virginias in here.
I can pick them out in that blend, and the Latakia in it is not so overpowering that it's just running over those Virginias.
Yeah.
It's actually a fantastic little balance in that tin note.
So I'm getting a little bit of an incense smell, that smoky incense. But you're right, that there's a sweetness behind there that is not coming from the toppings at all. It's coming from the tobacco. Maybe something from the Virginias.
Yeah.
but maybe also something from the Orientals.
And in comparison to the 20, when you smell the 20, you get a whole lot more sweetness, a whole lot more chemical, a whole lot more of that topping.
So the topping, yeah. So
the topping is almost gone in the smell in that one. That one we're getting pure, to me, a pure Turkish tobacco smell. Well, it's the first one out of all of them so far where we're getting genuine tobacco smells.
And maybe that's due to the fact that of the addition of the Latakia, the heavy Latakia.
Yeah, how much?
Maybe the way they cured the Latakia is stronger than what they put
do
in
with everything
as a
else.
topping. I get a nice incense. I get a little bit of sweetness, a little breadiness in there. There's a little bit of spiciness kind of going on in there, along with some of the dried stone fruit. It's not heavy. It's not a heavy scent, and it's not. Considering that it has 40% Latakia in it, you wouldn't be able to tell just by the tin note.
No. This tin note for a well, I mean, I don't know what the technicality is how much Latakia needs to be in a blend for it to be considered a lat bomb. But I do know for something that says, for almost half the blend is Latakia, it's not that heavy. It's not that, I don't know, for lack of a better term, for your arrows and your Virginia guys, intimidating. Because the English blends, when it comes to the amount of Latakia that's in it, it feels heavy. To me, English blends belong in the winter. This one, it's a nice medium.
A lot of guys, when they hear the word Latakia, they're just totally turned off of it immediately. And with this one, this tin note on here, you can smell the Latakia, but it's not so powerful that it just turns your stomach or whatever. I love Latakia, so it would never turn my stomach. But some guys just don't like that. But this is light enough to, and I actually smell tobaccos instead of the toppings.
That's exactly what I'm noticing the most about this blend, is that this is the most actual tobacco smelly tin that they've made, where everything else kind of seems like there's been a topping or an aromatic type thing or a treatment process that they've done before they can't, whatever.
Yeah.
This is the first one where it kind of smells like, oh, you didn't do anything. You just pressed it, made it, got the flakes all nice and gorgeous and pretty, and then put it in a tin. There's one other thing that I've noticed about this blend that I haven't noticed about the others, is those white marks in there. Is maybe this Latakia is maybe it's just this tin, but it looks like it's a little aged in comparison to some of the others.
I think possibly it's
that one's just a darker look.
Yeah.
Whereas this one has some nice white, what you would see with those aged Latakia blends that we put in our jars.
I'm wondering if that might be just the Virginias that are in there, or the Orientals.
It could be.
They're using a little more of the Oriental in there than they would in this, but I don't know. We don't have the information that comes with their blending techniques and things like that. So it's not like you pick up the phone and call them, say, hey, government of Turkey, this is, pipes, tobacco, and whiskey. Tell us how you blend these together.
Yeah.
But, without that information, still, it's quite a really delightful tin note.
I think so too.
So let's talk about the taste.
This is where it takes it up to that next step for me. This is the best tasting blend in their line, and in my personal opinion, so far, aside from several aged or expensive or vintage era, English blends that we have, this is, to me, the best gap I've found between Virginia's, Englishes, without it being considered like an English aromatic or something like that. I don't taste as much of the topping in it anymore. I taste a very heavy smokiness from the Latakia, slight sweetness, but the only time I'm getting that chemical topping is in the smell. I'm not getting it through the taste. I'm getting nice Virginias. I'm getting those Izmir.
Yeah.
Or I'm getting the Latakia. And it's all toned down though.
Yeah,
It's easy all day.
in this pipe, I am getting a little bit of that that topping taste in the sweetness a little bit, but it's much less than it was in the Latakia Flake 20, and especially in the Oriental
the
Flake.
Oriental, yeah.
Yeah, this is controllable. It's manageable. It's not offensive. It's not offensive because I still get to taste the tobaccos in this one. So I taste that smokiness, that leathery kind of smokiness that's in there. I taste a little bit of the breadiness. There's a little tanginess, tartness, some citrus in there. A lot of natural sweetness coming in here, and a little bit of the sweetness from the topping that I'm getting as well.
Yeah.
They said that this was a full flavored. I'm gonna give this more of a medium.
Yeah.
Then it is not a heavy English blend at all.
To me, this is the first all-day English blend that I've come across that I would be happy to enjoy all year. That's the thing, like, because we say it all the time, you know, this is an all-day smoke, or this is the first all-day smoke that I could smoke all year as an English blend.
English blend.
Yeah, because it's got the perfect amount of smokiness, the perfect amount of that creamy mouthfeel you get when it comes to those English blends, those Latakia heavy blends.
Yeah.
And I just can't tolerate them in the summer, you know.
This is good. This is a good taste to me. You get some of those spices that are in there from the Orientals. So everything is kind of working together on this one. It's melding together pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't get any kind of wild tastes out of the ordinary. Everything is kind of blended well. This is a nice one. I like this one.
My favorite one of the lineup so far.
Oh, absolutely. And there's only 3 in the lineup. At least that's available in the United States. This would be my favorite of all of them. And don't let that 40% Latakia fool you. To me, this is a medium Latakia blend at best. It's not a Balkan. It's more of an English.
Yeah,
just a straight English.
Yeah, it's not, and that's when they say they. What is it? They think it's a Balkan, or they say it's kind of a Balkan-esque, or
usually Balkans have more.
There's some pepper. There's some hit.
Yeah, usually Balkans will have a heavier dose of Orientals in it. Than a normal English will.
Yeah,
and I don't get that from this.
No, this
at all.
This one is a very, to me, full English blend. It does have the taste and the feel of being a full English, but it is much, much, much lighter. 40% Latakia, it feels to me much lighter on the scale.
Yeah.
Easier to smoke, much, much more smooth.
Almost what I would have expected out of the 20.
Yes. I would have expected this flavor out of the 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me too. Okay, so what do you think about the room note on this?
This is where I get that chemical, that incense, whatever the topping is that they use. This is where I get it back in. I can smell that kind of...
that plum, whatever.
Yeah, the dark fruit kind of coming through in the incense on the room note. Obviously smoky. It's take whatever you're getting in the tin note, in my opinion, and just add a smokier flavor to a smokier scent to it.
Yeah,
and that's what we're getting in the room note. Categorically, I'd put it as tolerable because it is in English. Latakias tend to be in your face.
Tolerable is what I would think most people would say about this. Although I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I think it's a good smoke. This would be a really great smoke at the Dearleys. What would you match with this as far as your beverage? A lot of times with an English, I'll put a Scotch with it.
I will too.
But I'm not going to go with a Scotch on this one.
You first.
I think I'm going to go with a rye on this one.
Oh.
Maybe a Michter's rye or a Willet rye, because they're a little bit more on the sweeter side. That kind of calm that smokiness down a little bit, but also kind of blends a little bit with the plum and the
Yeah, you're going the same direction I was going to go. I had two particular choices. One was definitely a Scotch, but it was going to be a Scotch from Speyside. So, there's 4 regions where all the Scotches are done. Your Speyside Scotches are typically a little sweeter. They have that smokiness to them. All Scotches do, but it's much sweeter. And that was one that I was going to go with. The other one is there's a particular brand of rum. It's the original rum made in England. I think
England?
I don't know if it's made in England, but it was made for the English Navy when they first started colonizing the Dominican area, the Gulf of Mexico area and stuff like that.
All the Caribbean,
Caribbean Isles and stuff like that. And that particular rum is called Pusser's. It is a very sweet but rich barrel flavor because they're using Scotch barrels to make that particular rum. One of the best rums.
I don't believe I've tried that.
No, it's one you need to try. It's got a good buttery sweetness, but there's a good heft to it. And so that Pusser's, that particular brand of rum. Every other rum is a little too spiced, a little too sweet. That one has a good body to it that matches well with this English flavor.
What did you think about the moisture level on this?
So I'm debating on whether it's the pipe I used or if it's my own cadence that messed it up. I am having to have a couple relights. There is some moisture issues and some doggle.
It is a little wet. I would let it dry out a little bit more than I did. I'm halfway through it, and I'm starting to feel some of the heat come through.
That's why I keep having to put it down, is because it is. Yeah. I'm halfway through, and it is having some complications when it comes to smoking it.
The flavor is pretty consistent.
I was going to say the flavor itself is consistent. It just, I need to be more conscious of it. I'm smoking it in a Zulu shaped pipe.
Yeah.
So Zulus typically point down,
and that moisture's coming back down. Yeah.
And that's where I'm having to fight with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm enjoying this. What do you think about the nicotine content on this? Yeah, I don't even really feel hardly anything. It's moderate at the highest.
Yeah. This is right. This is right. Perfect. It gets the job done, but you can do it again in another.
Orientals and Latakia, which is a form of Oriental, basically, don't rate high on the nicotine level. So it's a low nicotine tobacco. So you can get this is 50 grams. Comes in 50-gram tins. You can get this for $15.09 on smoking pipes. That comes to about $8.57 an ounce, which is kind of high, But I don't smoke Latakia blends a lot in the summertime. So it's good. That tin is going to last a pretty good time.
Yeah.
In the summer. In the winter, it'd go faster, especially out at the Deerleys.
Oh yeah. This one would be. This is a campfire smoke for me. This is a winner. It's a really good blend. It's the first one I've come across, like I said, that I could smoke in the summer too, and not be.
I would rebuy this one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rebuy the other two, but I would rebuy this one.
Yes, I would too.
Okay.
I wish the price was a little cheaper because. Comparison wise, there's other tobaccos in the same price range that I would, if I was on a limited budget, I would rather
Sun Bear
spend.
was cheaper than this.
That's exactly what I'm saying. There's other blends that if I was on a limited budget, I would be like, I'd rather this one than this one.
Well, you have to remember that this is also coming from
imported,
Turkey.
Yeah.
It's an imported tobacco. It's going to cost more going through customs, this, that, the other thing. Yeah. So, anyway. All right. Well, so I guess your lineup, as far as your likes of the Pesse Canoe line, is the same as mine.
Yeah.
I would go the 40, the 20, then the Oriental.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. I re-tinned the Oriental that we had into a jar the other day, and I just put on Pesse Canoe Oriental aromatic, just so I could get it out of my head that it was an Oriental blend.
Yeah.
So that when I grabbed it, I could go, oh, this is pretty tasty. Because that's how I'm choosing to enjoy it, is when I want an arrow, that it's going with the arrows. It's not going with the Orientals.
English smokers. You can't go wrong with this one. You'll like this one.
Yeah, this one's pretty good, guys.
Yeah. I don't think it's a crossover. I think maybe the 20 is more of a crossover for folks that are trying to get into Englishes. But for those established English smokers, this is solid.
To me, this is a solid English blend that's good for hot weather. It's not so bad that it could I mean, it's going to do great in winter too, but
and still, I've got my favorites that are Latakia blends, and I wouldn't put this in like any of my top 5 or even top 10 maybe of Latakia blends, but it's not bad.
Yeah,
it's not bad. I'd probably give it a 3.5.
I like that score. Yeah, let's stick with 3.5.
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah,
it's good. You know, it's slightly different, but not enough to make me say, wow, this is something really
new. This is innovative. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Now, if you really want to get a great taste of what a Turkish Latakia can taste like, GLP Horizons. That, to me, is the one to get to really try Turkish tobaccos. So, all right, guys. Well, that's what we got for you this week. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget,
make all your piping moments count.
We'll see you next time and have a great week.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.